So I was about to go to bed and I saw something that really annoyed me. Like, there are some toxic fans out there, right? And the PlayStation community, in my opinion, is by far the worst. But to actually go after an indie dev and to start ridiculing them after their game actually did really well for an indie developer with six, I think they've got like maybe four or six developers overall, and you're going to try and make fun of them and call them names and just become the epitome of a toxic cesspool. Well, I think that just crossed the line with me. And I just don't understand. What was the win here? What was the gotcha moment that this dickhead was trying to assume? I actually don't understand, because this to me is just below bar. And the way that the actual, the CEO responded was fully intact, and he has gone straight into hiding and has completely ignored all the replies with his subpar 200 followers. But let's get into this, because I'm actually pretty disappointed that there are people out there that are just this completely mentally deranged. So Hypercharge put out this tweet on May the 31st. Okay, I'm really emotional right now. We've just sold over 25,000 copies of Hypercharge on Xbox in less than 24 hours. What is happening? Now, keep in mind, in less than, this is less than 24 hours. They've sold 25,000 copies. They're an indie studio that's not really had the backing of any of the major publishers. They pretty much published the game themselves. And, 25,000 copies for an indie company is pretty sweet. But that was followed up with "It feels surreal. We are a small team of 6 indie devs who brought our childhood dream game onto Xbox. Almost 40,000 copies sold in just under 3 days. 450 reviews, averaging a 4.6 out of 5 stars on Xbox, ranked 18th in top paid games. Thank you for the support." And then they put out this infographic. Xbox One X, Xbox Series X, S, and Xbox One. It sits on the pedestal of the indie greatness that very few achieve, 100%. And you can see it's got like some pretty damn good reviews going across from Pure Xbox. IGN France gave it 8 out of 10. God is a Geek gave it 4 out of 5. Gaming Nexus 8.5 out of 10. Game and Social Club, you can say Windows Central gave it a 4 out of 5. So it's actually really positive reviews, right? Firm handshakes, and it's good to see that a game like this has come out and it's getting the positive support that it needs. It's 40,000 in just under 3 days for an indie company that's got a small team of 6. This is mind blowing. This is like their dream come true. But then you have this toxic cesspool of a complete waste of oxygen, James. Yeah, I'm actually pretty triggered about this. So this is going to be one of those videos where I really do just go into it. Like I said, I was about to go to bed when I was making this. And let's just say not I'm not impressed. Not impressed in the slightest. And as you can see here, lol, 25,000 copies sold on Xbox, and this is how devs act. Somebody help these fools. I mean, they literally tagged them as well at Hypercharge Game. Also, your game sucks and has been on PC failing. Like, what type of an arsehole do you need to be able to make this sort of a post? Like, this dude is literally the epitome of an arsehole. 270 followers as well. I don't even know why Epic Treasure is following a complete prick like this. But all this dude I can see doing is nothing but just being a toxic cesspool of a waste of space. That is literally all he does. But I did love the way that, Hypercharge actually responded to them. "Hi, James. What a great way to support indie developers. We've come a long way to get where we are, and we're following our dream. Genuinely, I hope one day you get to experience what that feels like." I actually don't want him to get to a point where he gets to experience that. I actually want the worst for him. I want him to be out in the gutter and out in the streets so he can actually understand that being this much of a wanker actually has consequences. And I really want him to be in a position where he actually does fall down and suffer in life to the point where he will actually think about his actions the next time he wants to be a total prick. Because this is not on. This dude literally done nothing to him. I get the whole console warring side. I get the whole Xbox versus PlayStation. You know, there's a line, there's a time and a place. I do a little bit of it as well with the trolling, but you know, there's a line and a place. This dude, this James dickhead, doesn't know what that line is. And to actually turn around to a developer, you know, an indie developer who has put their heart and soul into a game that is actually genuinely doing well on sales for them on Xbox, this is their response. This is not acceptable by any standard. I don't care what side of the bug, you know, the fence you sit on, this is not it. And I really do hope that, you know, more people will call him out on this, because this is just stupid. Don't pay them any don't pay them Twitter bums no mind. Great, loving it. I'm loving the game, pay no mind. And I'm happy to see people are actually turning around and actually, you know, responding positively. Even Oliver Darko, who's generally almost 100% having a bad take or coming up with stuff that's just genuinely not true. 25,000 copies sold me more than 500,000 revenue, depending on dev cost. That's not bad. It's really not. And that's 25,000. Now it's at 40,000 copies. So it's almost double that. They're almost about to hit around 1 million, and they'll probably hit that very soon. And you know, he's a PlayStation fanatic who is mad the game is thriving on Xbox. I wish you guys wouldn't port to PlayStation for this reason. And you know, it's a good game, and I actually would, you know, if they port it over, it's cool. But if they don't port it over, I would love them to cite the reason as this wanker being the reason why they didn't do it. So those PlayStation fans that actually do want to play this can direct all their hate and vitriol to this prick. This really annoyed me. This really, really irritated me. Like, what? How sad of a fucked up human being do you have to be to respond in that way to someone who has not provoked you in any way, shape, or form, who has been trying to get this game out through their blood, sweat, and tears, and finally has it out? And they are actually living the dream of making a game and it being successful on the platform that they've ported it to. And, you know, don't worry, I'm sure one of his 272 followers will put him right. Well done to you for making your dream come true. And, you know, whether the game was successful or not, their dream was to release this game on Xbox with the hopes of it doing well. And it's done that, right? It's done that. I just don't understand why people are like this. Troll all you want. You know, do the console wars all you want. I really don't care about that. But this dude, why are you attacking indie developers for? Like, what possible reason could you have to attacking an indie developer? This is not it, man. This is not it. James, go fuck yourself, you fucking piece of shit. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.